Have you ever wondered what happens when you die? Well, today I'm going to tell you 3 stories that all give insights into what might actually happen. And these are not hokey stories. These are stories with evidence, photographic evidence in some cases. These are deep, unsettling stories. But before we get into those stories, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you come to the right place because that's all we do and we upload once a week. So if that's of interest to you, please sneak into the Like Button's house and flip all of their wall-mounted TVs upside down. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Okay, let's get into today's stories. On the evening of December 27th, 1984, a 16-year-old boy named John Boulware sat in the passenger seat of his best friend's Jeep as they drove down a residential road in St. Paul, Minnesota. John's best friend was driving, and 2 more of their friends from school were in the back seat. They were all talking and laughing and singing along to the radio. It was dark outside, and it was rainy and kind of an awful night, but John didn't care. He was way too excited, because that night, he and his buddies were on their way to see the megastar musician Prince perform live. So Prince was obviously a massive, massive star at the time, and anyone at the time would have been pretty excited to go see him perform live. But this was a particularly big deal for John and his friends because Prince was actually from Minneapolis, Minnesota, which was just 20 minutes away from St. Paul where they were from. So it was kind of like they were going to see their hometown hero. Now, John and his friends didn't expect to become, huge rock star gods like Prince. But there was just something about seeing, this hometown guy achieve his dreams on an international scale. It was just really inspiring. And so again, John and his friends are just so stoked about this concert, like they can't wait to get there. And so John, with all this excitement, he turns around to talk to his friends in the backseat about this concert and how great it's gonna be. But right as he turns around, he hears a loud screeching sound, and he whips his head back around just in time to see the headlights of the car aimed at this tree that they're careening straight towards. He screams, he hears his friends screaming, they smash into the tree, and everything goes dark. A few minutes later, a St. Paul police officer named Brian Coyle and his patrol partner pulled up behind the now wrecked Jeep. They'd been on their regular patrol when they'd gotten a call about the car crash. Now, the call hadn't come from anybody in the crash, so they really didn't know what to expect. Now, when Coyle stepped out of his own car and walked towards the wreck, it was raining and dark out and, the visibility wasn't great, but right away he saw there were 3 teenagers who were standing upright outside of the car. Now, they looked pretty shaken up and they visibly had some cuts on their body, but, overall his assessment was they were basically okay. And so while Coyle's partner